Alright, so let's dig into this story. So I think it's fair enough to say that some people struggle with certain things in life. I mean, some people struggle with education, some people struggle with their finances, some people even just struggle with getting their life together. And then there are others, some of us, that actually just struggle to even say the words I'm sorry or give an apology. This is what brings me to talking about 50 Cent. So 50 finds himself in the news not because he is having a very hard time apologizing, of which I'm almost pretty sure that there are some people that would want an apology from 50 Cent. It's because he actually did issue an apology to someone that I'm even a little surprised that he issued one to. I'm talking about Megan Thee Stallion. So in a recent radio interview that he did, he issued an official apology to Megan, stating that his initial motive was really driven by that whole Gayle King interview. If you remember that, when she was asked if she had any kind of sexual relationship with Tory, she had stated no, right? So 50 took that as, she's molehill, in the sense that if she's lying about this, then there's a really high chance that she's probably lying about everything else that she said. That was the gist of what I got when I heard his interview. However, according to him now, under the compiling weight of all the evidence that was piling up, it was really becoming difficult and even more strenuous to defend Tory in light of all of the evidence that was piling up under him. Especially, and what was the nail in the coffin, what was that jailhouse phone call between Tory and Kelsey. That basically sealed the deal for anyone else. But if you haven't actually heard what it is that 50 had to say, then let me play it, and then we're going to come back and we're going to react to what it is that he said. So here we go. All right, so
who he was upset
50's
with.
2 Cent.
I just didn't realize what that was.
Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. The guilty verdict, everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna apologize to Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
I said some things, and it was because on social media I posted things that when she said she was with Gayle, and she said that were you intimate with Tory Lanez? And she said, what? And then it was like, no. And I was like, she lying.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I knew she's lying. There wouldn't be no reason for me to be around each other, babe. And then from that, it felt like she was lying to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, little things would pop up, and I wasn't being supportive of her at that point.
You were a little more vocal.
Yeah, and the only reason why I felt like, at some point you should apologize, I should apologize to her, is because when I heard the phone conversation, that made me feel like, oh shit, now I know what happened.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure that was probably what swayed people in court too.
Man, Elon Musk running Twitter.
If you heard everything that 50 Cent was saying, then you know that his motivation, as I had stated before, was driven at the fact that there was one lie, so it compiled in his mind other lies. So everything that she said from that point on was going to be a falsity, to some degree at least. Now, anybody knows anything about this man, they know he's I guess you'd kind of classify him as a line stepper, right? Charlie Murphy actually put it best, where he referred to Rick James as a habitual line stepper. You could say the same thing about 50 to an extent as well. He's a troll. He knows he's a troll. He's a professional troll. He gets attention by doing it, and don't get it twisted. I completely understand where it is that he's coming from, because I would venture to even say most people, once you break their trust and they know that you're lying about something, it's really hard to build that trust back and get them to actually believe what you're saying is factual. This is the problem with the boy who cried wolf. He cried wolf to the townspeople so many times that eventually, when he was telling the truth, nobody believed him, right? But if we were to just go on the evidence, the problem with 50's perspective is Megan only cried wolf once. So at the very least, he gets some credit, because he didn't just make an excuse for it, He actually said the words, I'm sorry. He didn't allude to it. He said the actual words. And hear me for a moment. I think everyone, for the most part, even before that phone call came up with Tory and Kelsey, everyone really had their own perspective on what it is that they thought. But when that actually came out, that sealed the deal. There's no more that needs to be said, right? The man is guilty. February 27th, 28th, I believe, is his official day where he's going to be sentenced. So I guess you can kind of say that it was only a matter of time. How do you how do you not know that something like that, even if it wasn't leaked, how do you have the wherewithal to have that degree of a conversation on the phone at all? I'm gonna just stop there before I actually say something that I probably shouldn't. All right, but that's all I got for now, everybody. Let me know what it is you think. Have you seen some of 50's posts? Were some of you guys calling him out beforehand?